Let's get started. If there's any people online that have a question, let's start there today. Okay, you guys, what do you guys show up for? You know, really, I mean, it's entertaining, I'm sure. You have nothing else to do, right on. Okay, how about in here? How about we talk? Yeah, we'll talk about anything. Yeah, anything. Yeah, talk it out.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it, man.
Let's talk about
That's
it.
what it is. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, what do you do when you feel weak?
Define weak. Physically weak, tired.
No, you feel like something's just like holding you down, and you can't figure out what it is. So I don't know if that's the right word. I don't know if that'd be the right word for it. It's not like a physical weakness. I mean, it could be a physical weakness.
You're suppressed. You're suppressed. Okay, and when you have suppression on you, you have somebody around you that makes you feel less about yourself, and you are not handling it through proper communication, either by disconnecting from them, completely getting rid of them, or handling the communication where they can't hurt you anymore. We have two choices. That is our number. And that will solve whatever it is you just said. But there's different ways we can go about it, right? So it's going to be somebody who's either actively in your, like me, always being a dick to you, upsetting you. Could be that. Somebody in your present time environment makes you feel smaller. That could be suppression. Okay. A lot of times, though, it's not that. A lot of times, it's somebody that reminds you of somebody that used to do that. Okay. And you have that person in your mind somewhere, they get triggered. That makes you a potential trouble source, which means what? That's from L. Ron Hubbard. It means that we can't trust you. Just like how you've been last week. You're up and down. That's how you're registering in this world of ours as an unstable up and down. Do you like that? I'm sure you don't. Nobody likes that, okay? That's how you register right now. Because you're roller coastering up and down. So the instability will never allow you to be a leader. Okay? Look for stable leaders. Also, why your relationship is not working, all of you, 100%. Right? You haven't led stably. Okay? Not that I have, but I'm just better. And Alexander the Great, right? And how great, oh God, that was so good. Remind me of this, it's not for here. Remind me of queens from different lands and Alexander, and how a whole like packaged story came that you could use. Because I have to explain my position.
When do you want us to remind you?
Well, it's not for this class,
okay.
But sometime maybe in the limo, the car, right? It's just one of those things. It could even be part of the event, actually. There you go.
Cool.
That's what it is.
I'll make it.
Right? And I guess the way I would say, well, how would I?
I'll just that? I can write. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, how to have multiple tens. I mean, there's just a mindset of that.
Yeah, but it's a story that was given to me for me to say it, so that she can fully understand her position, my position, why I'm doing it, the other girls' positions, and what her choices are. And it started, I just remembered, it sparked with these words, and I don't know how we got to these words, but it sparked with me looking at her and saying, I can beat you in everything in life. And a man should be able to defeat the woman in everything. Oh, it was the art of love. We're talking about love. I said love and war are very similar here, but you have to transcend that and become pure love. But in order to do that, you have to defeat the other person. For example, I can defeat you in everything in your life, every single thing you could possibly imagine. And I just looked at her. I said, if I couldn't, then you probably wouldn't be with me or wouldn't be here, because I'm supposed to be able to defeat you in every single way, shape, or form. I'm not here to defeat you the way you think. I'm a conqueror like Alexander the Great. Do you know his story and the righteous queens? No? Here we go. So, something after that, I don't need to handle anything else. These stories that I do, they handle last minute resistance, they do connection. It's like in a story, we take them through time. And Mystery says you can do that too in the game. Right? I think he just sees the power of it. Or maybe he does, but you know, maybe other people don't. Okay, nice. What else? Okay, what have you been up to? Sorry for the late reply. How much is our electric bill? Our neighbor wants to know.
It was high this month.
How much?
Jaime would know.
Yeah, because I only know this house is electric.
If you could tell me.
It's on the chat thread, whatever he sent.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure you too. It's about like 150-ish.
Hers was 517.
Yeah, that's on God.
No, we were up there too, bro.
No, we're not in 500. No.
She said my hubby got on my nerves today about the electric bill being 517 when we have solar.
Jaime says 399.
Oh.
That's different.
That's still high.
400, yeah.
And she has solar.
They have a pool.
Yeah.
You would think like,
We
I
barely
always
live
thought,
there.
you know,
We live here more than there.
it's like it's hot, there's a pool, and I thought, be in the pool, and nobody's at the pool in Vegas, bro, you die.
It's more of a nighttime thing.
Yeah, you'd have to be under the water all the way.
Even then, you'll burn.
Even then, like, this is shit. It's like, when you think you're gonna get a convertible,
Yeah, exactly.
Imagine yourself- okay.
I'm burning.
imagine being convertible right now.
No, really, it's only good at night.
Yeah, and even then it's pushing it. And I would always say,
It's pretty
convertibles are for nighttime, right?
It's funny.
Because you have a whole image, because you know why? Because we're buying the image of the fucking movie. Of course they're gonna show people with California dreaming, you know, fucking 84 degrees or some shit, 79 degrees, all perfect. That's a commercial, bro.
Yeah.
It's also a commercial for that diamond ring, you know? I love you forever, or whatever. And that's the thing, everybody is using commercials. Ready? Where's your commercial? You're too good to do a commercial? Can you imagine if a company got into the game of wanting to be the #1 company in the world in business and was like, we're too good for commercials? Now, do you know who is too good for commercials? Rolls Royce. You know that story? Someone's nodding? They don't commercialize. Then you don't see Lamborghini, Rolls Royce ads anywhere. But they're sponsoring certain events and big things. You see their name at the very top. They just don't tell you, come and buy it. It has this feature, that feature. It's like the name does it. We're a status. That's what IMC Nation is. You're a status. When you get with a woman, you're a status. Right? You are. You're a status. He's the chief. And that is the #1 tribe on the planet. She's fed. He is the president of the United States. I'm his wife. No girl is asking her, you know, girl, like, she could have anything she wants, they imagine. Right? So in that case, being with the president of the United States would be the highest value, unless someone could defeat him. And so that becomes love and war, right? And you ask a woman, she goes, oh, I don't care about that. Bullshit. It's like asking the guy, says, I don't care what she looks like. Bullshit. Right? You care very much. It's just there's things afterwards. Okay. Any questions online, guys, about anything? Mindset, how to achieve your goals. I love shit like that. What's stopping you from having everything you want? If you say you have everything you want, yeah. But what happens when you reach it? You go to the next thing. So I always, right, I keep reaching everything I want, and then I gotta set new goals. Right away. It kind of happens by itself anyways, right? You want something afterwards. But yeah, I keep achieving every single one. Okay? What's stopping you? What's happening? What you got?
You know, it's funny. I have an image of you right now at the restroom.
Yeah.
At the hotel, and you're like, man, you're talking to Boss Hog, I think, and you're saying like, you're talking about the concept of effortless effort, but you weren't saying that. You
The
were
Tao.
saying the Tao. There you
Yep.
go. And do you think that with all the work that you put in, now it's just hitting itself because you've just dedicated yourself to so many art forms at the level of, let's say, mastery? You know, is that it's because I don't see somebody who, let's say, wasn't on this path or wasn't studying this who would achieve that level of enlightenment where they can just surrender and allow, you know, the wisdom of the universe to.
Well, I got an idea when you said that. What would happen, just again, to understand communication is just to get the point across, everybody, okay? That's what it is. I mean, create realities, but that's what I'm trying to tell you. Listen to this. What would happen if Lao Tzu, the guy who created Tao or understood the Tao, or the Buddha, right? They're very, very similar, but let's just say one of those guys came back, right? Let's just say he decided to go get beautiful women. But again, let's just say he never decided to do that. His life path had, and he knew that to solve his problem, it was that. But he had already been enlightened in different things, right? So then he used his enlightenment to try to understand the subject that obviously nobody seems to know at my level. That's all this means. I have some information I'm applying, it's better than everybody else. How am I getting it? What if one of those characters came back and decided to learn? How would he learn? I think he would keep going back to the saying, man, I'm almost there. I got, like, here it is, right? He would try to become more spontaneous, more righteous, more Christian, more Buddha, more whatever the fuck he is, because that's what his base is. So as he would pick up the information and say he's fighting, as he's veering off, you know, what does it say? The Lord, he says, the Lord rewarded me for my righteousness, because I never, it's Psalm 18. So he would veer back off. I mean, he'd veer right back into track if he was going up, right? And then, because of his other enlightenment, he would be able to see it in an enlightened way. So do I think that's what's going on? That's part of it, I think, right now. At least, when I was talking about the Tao, that's what I was seeing. It's like, wait, it looks like I'm trying to achieve the Tao through this, or enlightenment. I think I may have this backwards. I have been acting enlightened in a chaos of confusion, and a chaos of false information. I've been getting mad at the right things from day one. I still feel justified for every single thing I've ever yelled at a girl for. I just wouldn't handle it like that. I was never wrong. I never went back and said, it's okay. I used to say, it started from the first moment with the, and I kept thinking, oh, as I'll become more secure, right? At first it was less. I see the videos of other girls. Then, as I became stronger, more enlightened, it went the up. Man, it was like, don't even, if you have another guy in your thought, you should go away right now. One particle, get out of here. It's like, well, everybody thinks, well, all right. Not in my world. It's different. I'm exaggerating the thinking thing, right? But anyways, I think that is more accurate right now. Because no matter what, whether it was martial arts or hypnosis or pickup or business, it doesn't matter where it went. It veered off the martial arts at some point. It veered off the business, and business was done a totally different way that beat everybody. Martial arts was done, I beat everybody in martial arts. I got what I wanted. I got that first black belt. I got that #1 school. I got the fucking position of the best student. I got my own fucking style. I did make it on my own with my own style, like Tesla. I didn't write on my teacher's coat. Like, man, who is that guy? I did get off viral videos. I did become world famous in martial arts. Yet, I didn't follow their path. I don't think somebody enlightened should follow their path. Right? Takes me back to one of the first video blogs. I'm for the outsider, the outcast. The Buddha was outcast, Lao Tzu was outcast, Socrates is outcast. We are the outcasts. Because the average is the herd. Right? Fuck average. Fuck being normal. We don't want to be like you. This is IMC Nation. Be the best and fuck the best. So it's like, it's in all the speeches, it's in all the writings, as far back as I go. I can't believe that I was saying this stuff, because I don't remember it. It blows my mind. I'm like, what that is? We could literally do a lecture right now off of any video of mine. I haven't found any consistency yet, since I started again. Now there's thousands. And if I find one, I'd want to see what that is. It's probably just a better way of explaining it now. Right? So, what if you did that? Let's switch it around. Outside of interacting with a woman or getting money, you're doing that as an activity, right? You're trying to make money, whatever. You're trying to do it a certain way, right? Very unique, like, you seem to have a set of principles that others may not have. Seems like that until we get to IMC, right? What if, instead of using, let's say, game to get to the point where, for example, you could be comfortable with a girl. It sounds lame, but it is. What if you thought about it differently? You must already be comfortable to be seeking the state of comfort. Otherwise, you would never seek it. So then what makes you uncomfortable? I think that's the programming and the false, that's the words and the thoughts and feelings that come in that prevent you from being you. So that's why I told CL last night, a couple nights ago, right? First I told Sultan, I said, look, all the techniques everybody's doing is just so you could be in front of a woman and be comfortable telling her who you are. Every part of it. To get her interested enough to sit down and listen to you and not run away if you tell her who you are. Now, if you haven't done that yet, then you still haven't really got anywhere. You're still getting to the starting line, which is, hello, I'm Arash Dibazar, was born in 1977 in Iran. My birthday is blah, blah, blah. Here are my parents. Here's my fucking story. Sit down. Pick a year, pick a date, pick a relationship. And then what? Nothing in me where I would be like, well, we can't talk about that. Like, I find it at this moment, what's the word? You know, it's like a wow. That's what a wow would be. Like, are you telling me if I took a lens to you right now, and there was a timeline, and you were here, and then there was like a tape measure from beginning of this life to now, are you telling me that it's possible for you that if I take this glass and go in the timeline and zoom in, you're telling me it's possible that if I did that, I would like you less? I find that really crazy. And if that's true, then, okay, I get why you're so weak. There's absolutely nowhere, no moment, any moment, anywhere, at any time, where you could go zoom in and ask me about me, what I was doing, why I did it, how I did it, and I wouldn't be proud to tell you about it. I mean, literally every part of it. Now, why? So what if you're already comfortable? And then you became uncomfortable because people taught you how to incorrectly interact with her, gave you wrong ideas about yourself, right? What's right, wrong. Like, I don't know if you dropped, how many people here dropped out of college and they had to go? They had to go. Like, it was this is like, okay. In our culture, Persian culture, okay? You don't drop out of college, just so you know. At least not what I did. It's like it's not something that happens. Everything happens. You go to jail, you do meth, you join a gang, right? You get raped, but you don't drop out of college as long as you go to college. Do you think I'm kidding? I'm not. And then if you go to college with a good degree like under you, then it's like, it doesn't even matter. Because that's all the family talks about, right? That's all you're measured by every person you ever see. The first thing families say in person, well, I don't know how it is now, but back then, how's school? Where you going? Where you going to go? How's college?
I just realized I had that experience about not going to the military.
What about it?
When I decided not to go in the military, but to go to the University of Oklahoma.
And what's the experience?
The expectation was that I was going to the military.
Yeah, like, of course you are.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. What do you mean? I'm not, actually. Immediately, if you didn't go to school, but there was pressure to go to school, you took a different timeline right there. For the amount of years left that somebody else went to school, they had to adjust their eyes to school, and you had to prove that you were right for not going to school. So this became very different. Okay? Then, let's say you got married. Why? Oh, because, no, I don't actually. Let's say you got kids, okay? Let's say there's so many compromises. The newest being like, whether you got vaccinated or not. Good or bad, up to you. I'm not going to be political in this one, okay? But the one decision moves you one way until you decide again. But it's not a small decision. It looks like a small decision. It will determine how you see things right after that from this point forth. How you see different presidents, how you see different senators, how you see your friends, how you see jobs, just by one fucking decision, okay? So, what if, just to give two middle fingers, right, to whoever has been trapping our soul for so long, what if you stop trying to flap your wings as an eagle and just soared, see if you fall? What if you took tonight as an example, whatever it is you've been struggling with, that's actually you, and the only struggle is to struggle to get there. If you shifted your perspective, okay, here's how I feel about it. I look at myself, okay? I see how I am right now. I see the response to life and all that other stuff, right? And I look back and I go, as a little kid, God, would there ever be any way to predict that kid, Arash Dibazar, would be in this position, the look is a part of it. Everybody misses that. Why does everybody act like we don't exist with our looks? Right? You ever notice that? It's like everybody's judging our looks, but it's really wrong for you to consider your looks. That's the first thing everybody's judging on massive scales. Are you judging anything different tonight? Me neither. Right? So now we're going to go, and then we're going to tell her it's not about her looks. Well, I'm not going to say that. I mean, I can say that, but I would have to be at a certain power level, ready, of truth to believe that, or a lie. If the Buddha says to her, it's not about your looks, he's also not doing anything else. So it goes differently, right? But if an old student Adrian says, it's not about your looks, he's doing something. And he doesn't believe that, right? So I don't want to say that because it's not true to me. But because it's not true to me, it doesn't matter whether I say it or not. So that's what I've realized about this power of what this universe is. Okay? I learned so much last night, guys. I've learned so much last night. It's pretty unbelievable. You know, let's take from 8 p.m., 7:45 to 8, to 10 a.m. last night. Okay? It's about what, 12 hours? 14 hours? 14 hours. That's a long time. 14 hours. 14 hours, right? If I start at the beginning of my night at 8 p.m. and I move through it rapidly like a movie. Okay. You're living your day. You have your day, whatever it is, regular. Then a movie comes out, and you've been waiting for this movie, right? The trailer is exactly, yeah, I mean, when we were younger, we used to watch movies, and that was the shit, right? So a movie's coming out, you're watching the trailer, you've been in line for it, you bought the tickets, it's a limited show. Ready? You go in, and it's better than you expected. I don't know if that ever happened in movies, but imagine that. Are you ready? The movie is let's just say a regular movie, 2 hours. Long movie, 2 hours. Now, there's a moment when you walk out and you see the light out of the theater, you're like this. And normally, it's like, well, that was a really good movie. Well, you know what? And this goes on. And we used to walk to the car, and we'll go in the car, we talk about it. Then if it was us and we ran into somebody else, the first thing we say, did you see the movie? Dude, it's so good. Watch what the movie's done, right? So in 2 hours, you'd walk out, but in the 2 hours, the movie could have been, the guy gets lost in Tibet, he's dying, they take him in, ready? He lives 7 years in Tibet, it's a movie. His character changes, and you watch him change in 7 years through major key experiences. One, he walks up, and the little kids say, hi to him, hi to him. He doesn't get it. You see him shift as a character, they display it. You're watching, right? Theater is black. You don't know you're watching a movie. You don't even know there's strangers around you. You forget. You're in it, fully immersed in the character's experience. That character goes through one shift, then goes through another shift, let's say, where he finds out everybody in Tibet is a Buddhist and nobody eats meat or kills any creature. And he's like, what do you mean? And then we see how he shifts. But we're watching unaware of anything. We don't know we're there. We don't know our friends are there. We don't know we're in the theater. We don't know it's fucking 8 p.m. You know, we have these things they call mirror neurons. We are being that character right now. We walk out 2 hours later. It's possible, and maybe they do it. I'm sure the highest levels, they know this, right? I know it's possible for me to write a movie, not 2 hours, 10 minutes even. All I need is a beginning, middle, and end. And I guarantee you, right, in that 7 years Tibet, if they knew what I knew, you would walk out, they would be able to move you about 7 years at least in your timeline by displaying 7 rapid years. Because time is not real. Okay, ready? It's 2024. Let's think about between 2020 in your memory and 2024. Get some ideas about it. Last 4 years, what's been going on for you? Just see what happens. Whatever comes up. What's been going on for the last 4 years, everybody? It's 2024, 2020. Just get an idea. Let me show you how time works. Okay, good enough, right? What do you got? Several images, several incidents in 4 years. In 4 years, you have several just that. Good. You watch a fucking movie. In 4 years in Tibet, all we need is several images like that that are the key moments that stuck out. So if you look back 2024, you probably thought COVID, you probably thought beast routine, you probably thought going moving. Like there were these moments. So if I write your story, I don't need to say anything else about it. Those are the moments that you registered in the last 4 years. Someone goes, how was last year? How was 2020? They don't look at fucking 365 days of fucking life. They got 2 moments. I went through a breakup, I got a new house, and I moved. I said, how was 2020 the whole fucking year, bro? Right? Oh, well, I can't answer that. Good. Remember that you can't answer that. Remember that. Okay? Remember that you're only looking at your past in these blocks of motion, that you're stuck. And there's a reason why you're stuck there, because you resisted it. When you resist, you assist in this art form. This is a very particular art form I teach. It's unique to us. It's between me and my teacher. Okay? All the other teachers too, they're the mentors, but me and Manu. So I'm now getting total confidence on this. Right? This is the new camp I'm in. Bro, I know what I can do. We're doing it, and I see the different people. You want help? I can help you. How's that? You ever meet somebody that could actually help you? I can. All right? With what? Ha. Everything. How's that? Bullshit. Test me. Okay? How will you know? Okay, you're in some kind of condition right now about any subject. Talk to me about it. Come back 3 days. I bet you in 3 days you've seen an improvement. I don't. You will, bro. You will. It's that simple. Because I'm not doing anything. I'm showing you what's already available. It's taking place. I'm not doing it, right? It's nature. It's the God's code. I just have some access to it through whatever. That's what we're talking. How? Who fucking cares? Okay? If someone has a key for you to go through the Stargate and walk through and end up at another fucking planet, don't ask them how they built that fucking Stargate, okay? And then miss going into the fucking gate. Unless you want to be a Stargate builder. But then approach the subject the way I did. Okay? The materials it takes to build that Stargate, you need to start mining it. You don't need that right now. I'm telling you, here's a Stargate, walk with me. Boom. I can take you. Ready? Now, what do you build? Don't worry about the Stargate. Build an Iron Man suit so you can survive here so you don't get sucked back. Okay? Because right now you only have so much oxygen. When I leave here, whatever that is, that venue with you, that relationship with you, that phone call with you, when I leave, it changes. Your suit will start to run out of oxygen. You have another 2 months there, 6 months, 6 hours. Your business will only last so long, right? It's running a timeline that's shorter. And longer means survival, and survival means good, and good means ethics, and ethics means reason, and reason is logic, and logic is the law, and if there's a law, there should be one law that everybody governs everybody, and if there isn't, then we're just all a bunch of lawless assholes. So you could act like a lawless asshole, or find the law. You don't know which one it is, try both. Hi, when do you come back? I'll be back by 6:30. Okay, so now that I'm talking, we're going to test my superpower ability, see if it's true, okay? As I was talking right now, I was looking on camera, right? I see CJ, and who's the second guy? Is that Gio?
Boss Hog.
Boss Hog, Kalev,
Zay, Luna.
The faces. Okay, so the people that I saw, right? I saw CJ, Boss Hog, and Kalev. Now, I realized, I think Josea, is it just Josue. I see him now, but I don't know if he was there, so he didn't register. Those three registered when I was talking. Ready? So let me tell you what's happening. As I began to talk to them more and more, and less to you, whoever you is. If you're not in that, I began to talk to them more and more. Then as I began to talk to them more and more, I began suddenly to talk to Kalev. Suddenly, you don't know where I'm looking. I'm talking, it looks like I'm looking everywhere, but I'm telling you what happened inside. Suddenly, I am having a conversation with Kalev and everybody's listening. Okay, now, that's what it was, right? So now I'm going to show you something, all right? Can you unmute Kalev or no? Khalid? I don't think we've ever spoken before.
Yeah.
How you doing, brother? Have we spoken before?
No, we haven't.
Okay, good. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too. Nice to meet you.
Okay, so now I want to ask you a question. You heard everything I said, right? I was talking to everybody, then I noticed 3 people. I was talking to them. Then more and more you, at some point, you didn't know. Maybe you did. I wonder. We don't know, right? I'm telling you now. Towards the end, I was really talking to you in my mind. That means as I would look around, as I was looking around, I would zero in on you a lot. So then I thought, I'm talking to you. Ready? Now I'm showing everybody who knows me something they see me do a lot of times. But I'm showing them how I tune my radar. I could be wrong, but we're going to find out, right? We never spoke before. When I was talking about that stuff, right? Can you share your thoughts and ideas? Agree, disagree, your opinion? What was going on with you? He thought I was watching porn on the other side.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
The thing is, I'm in this group only 1 week, I think.
Yeah.
I watched your videos, last videos, all on the categories. And yeah, I agree what you talk about, and this Jesus Christ thing, and the journey. It's totally different from whatever anything else. Everyone else on this dating have teached or told, but I agree about this, and it's for me.
So what happens when that happens? When it starts to zero into one person, what happens is that person is really in agreement with what I'm saying normally. They are there with it, right? So I find my conversation going from 100 people, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. As I speak, I start talking to certain people. As that happens, some get distracted. Boom. Eventually, I'm talking to 1 or 2 people only, even if the audience is 1. Really. So I don't talk to 1,000 people, right? I start speaking, telling my story. The ones interested show me interest. I go in their road and I talk to them more. Now I can disregard 700 people if they judge me or not. Why? Eventually, I'm talking to 1 person. Because I only think I can talk to 1 person at a time anyways. I think it's a lie that we talk to everybody. How can I talk to everybody? Right? I talk to 1 person at a time and everybody gets to hear it. And when we talk about the same subject. So if somebody else asks a question, I'm talking about that same subject with another person now, even though it looks like I'm talking to everybody. Then somebody else has a point of view. By people hearing me and how I dissect these subjects and respond, it gives them what we call a triangulation. They get to orient themselves to where I'm at. Because all it is, it's a game of perspectives and angles. You change your perspective, the situation changes completely. That's what I was saying earlier, which is maybe you're struggling to become disciplined because you're so undisciplined. But to me, a bird doesn't have a desire to swim, right? Like, what? But a bird has a desire to fly. So if you have a desire to be disciplined, maybe because discipline is actually the seed. It's trying to express itself. Otherwise, you wouldn't have a problem being disciplined. And what I was saying about myself is, if I look back at my childhood to this guy, it's like, I would have never guessed. However, see, these last couple of days, things have become more clear for me, right? Which is, wait a second. Was that kid truly a nerd? Was he truly a weak kid? Because that's how I grew up, right? Was he really that outcasted? Ready? Let me think about this for a second. If all that was true and it was who I was, then why would I fight so much to be something else? Every creature seeks its own expression. What if what you see sitting here at 47 years old was there at 2, 3, 4? Now I'm gonna go back in my timeline and re-look at my life for a minute as if this guy was there the whole time. Let's see what would happen. I just want to get a flavor of my life. If I thought this was me and I was in that condition. Yep. Immediately, when I think about getting bullied and stuff, I see what? The same vengeance that I feel now, which is like, fuck this. I didn't get bullied and think to myself, I should run away. I don't want to see the. I got bullied. I was like, I should be able to fuck that guy up. He shouldn't do that to people. I want to go after him. So if it's a lion that's being treated like a pussycat, he's going to resist. But if it's a pussycat being treated like a pussycat, why would it resist? I'm saying whatever you're not okay with is a clue to what you actually are. And the effort to get there is part of the trap. It's like telling the eagle, because it's one of the most majestic flyers in all of Earth, it must flap its wings faster to even be better. And an eagle is not supposed to keep flapping his wings, right? Or tell a hummingbird, because it's so beautiful and one of the best flyers also, it should try to float. It would just crash. So why is it that you are so not okay with you, in quotes? What if the part of you don't like is not you, right? I know a lot of fat guys, but I know some fat guys who are disgusted by themselves and want to change, right? I know some that just keep getting fatter. They don't seem to care. You go, well, everyone cares. Well, not that much for that guy, right? I can tell the guy cares when he stops and goes to the gym and fixes it. He cares. He cares more. You can't just use words like care and love and like as if they're like solid measurements. How much do you care? How much do you love me? Now, ready? Trust can't be measured like that. It's an absolute. And you have to know that to do what I do. You can't say, well, I kind of trust you, right? Trust is 100. Love is 100. Why? Because trust has to be truthful, doesn't it? Let me show you the physics. If trust is not true, it's not trust, right? If loyalty is not true, it's not loyalty, right? Good. Because of that, truth has to be true. I can't say, well, it's all true, but I switched one little piece. It's no longer the truth. It's no longer what is. Truth is what is. That's all. What is. Not the answer. The answer is the answer to a question. The truth is just what is. Don't think of the truth as the answer. The truth. I want the truth. Well, I don't know what the answer is. No, the truth. Tell me exactly time, space, date, event. What happened? Well, I don't want to hurt you. Oh, this ain't fucking hurting me, bitch. Try again. Okay? So truth has to be exact. It's either 5 o'clock or it's not right now. We can't be like, well, it's 5, but it could be 4 because time is made up. Not when we're playing the fucking game. All right? So, because loyalty has to be true, love has to be true, respect has to be true, these things you can't kind of do them. You give them at 100. And when you give 100 trust, you might find something happen that happens to me. Suddenly, after you thought it was not possible, you find yourself trusting that person even more. These words come out. You get to use the words even more after trust. Nobody else should be able to do that. Right? When you truly love, suddenly you find yourself going, man, I love my child even more now. How could you do that? I thought you were maxed out. Were you holding back? No. I just love him more. You must be growing. You just admitted you went from level 10 love to 11 somehow. How? I don't know. Maybe because he got older. That has nothing to do with you. Why do you love? How are you capable of loving him more when you already loved him all the way? So loyalty could become more. Right? Someone could be 100% loyal to somebody. Then they see a righteous act that blows them away. They go, man, I would have done anything for that guy before. I'm telling you right now, I will give more. And I thought you already gave everything. So that's a high level of commitment to life. Now, if you commit like that, you're going in with your chips in the blackjack table or roulette. If you win, you win a lot. But what if you lose? You lose a lot. Right? That's the difference. So if my girlfriend and I of over 15 years are about to break up 2 days ago, 3 days ago, off of one moment, right? Then I'm betting all my chips in on that right there. And I'm telling her, draw the card. Yeah? She says, you want insurance? I'm telling blackjack. I said, no, I don't take insurance, baby. You go. Right? I'm going all in. When this hand is over, I'm either $1 million more or $1 million less. Okay? But I didn't come to play to leave the same. Right? I didn't get into a fucking relationship so I can remain the same. I gave you everything I had. You broke my heart. You stole my soul. You fucked me. You did everything that you could to destroy me. But I'm still here. Alright? Cool. I still gotta survive somehow. Now, knowing me, the voice in me, I'm gonna have to survive really well. I don't want you to pity me. I don't want people to be sorry for me. I don't want to be sad. I don't want to just... I have too many reasons why I'm going to keep running until I fucking make it, right? But this time, I'm running after being betrayed fully. Now what? Bro, how do you keep running? My lungs are bigger. How do they become bigger? Like that, right? You haven't worked out the muscle yet. You haven't worked out the heart muscle yet. Right? There's the physical heart muscle, and there's the love we associate with the heart, right? Somebody should figure out why the heart looks like this. Because it doesn't look like that. Why does the heart in every culture look like this, yet it has nothing to do with the shape of the human heart? The human heart is like this. But in every culture, when you draw a heart in a human body, you go like this. Why don't we draw the heart like this in our drawings? Why don't we say, I love you with a fucking tube? Someone would say, well, the other one looks better. Yeah, but where did it come from? What is it? What is this heart symbol, right? Why does it mean that? Why is it universal? Why is it any language I go heart or heart, they'll get it, right? Maybe not some Zulu tribe. Okay? Maybe, I don't know. But these are things to think about. We don't consider why the symbol is there. That's not what the heart looks like, okay? At all. Who designed it? Right? Why does Satan look like that? The red pitchfork guy? Where, in what book? Is anywhere in the Bible show Satan as a red guy with a tail and horns, a pitchfork?
No. No, I know, no.
No? Everybody's not, right? Wait, I think we should stop here. If that is not the image of the devil anywhere in the Bible, what about the Quran? Is that what he looks like? Is he red with horns and a thing? No, I don't think so. Right? He doesn't look like that, I know that. Right? They're demonic figures, they don't look like that guy. Who is that guy? Who's his character? Just like the heart. What if we were given symbols that aren't even real? Like, this is a trip, dude. Our program, The Messenger, is coming, you know? This is really that tech. It's amazing how this works. But we never got an image of the devil anywhere in any holy book that I've ever studied. Ever. Like ever. But we all know the red pitchfork. What the fuck is the pitchfork for? Because last time I looked, that was for Poseidon or Atlantis. The only time we see that in history, right, is it would be a god that had a scepter in his hand. It was either normally for the ocean. Now, it doesn't show up anywhere else. And you go, how do you know? I'm a scholar of this shit. Why don't you look it up? Okay? Then, hi babe, good morning. What time is it? 6. Is that fascinating? Okay, that's what the show is. Ready? Let's talk about it. So, there's this topic. then we choose a topic, then we drop it. What do you got to say? What do you got to say about the heart or the devil looking like that? Someone's hands up. CJ, go ahead.
I think the heart's a misdirect, and I think it's supposed to be like a shape of butt cheeks. Like when someone's sweating,
Yeah.
they sit down on like a mat or something.
Yeah.
It kind of leaves that mark.
It totally leaves that mark. We know that. I don't know if that's why they did it.
Yeah.
That's kind of extreme for that, right? You put a butt in your heart forever.
Almost makes more sense than why the heart looks like that.
Yeah.
It's like,
I have seen the heart
Yeah.
shape in nature. That's the only thing,
yeah,
right? It's leaves.
yeah.
Turns into that. If there was no leaves in the shape of a heart, I would say this thing's totally bogus. But the leaves like turn up like hearts sometimes, and I wonder what that. It's a shape of nature, obviously, right? Okay, what about the devil or anything else?
Is in the Bible, does it say that 6 is the number of the beast?
Yeah, 666.
It says 666?
Yeah.
Or it says 6 is the
No,
number?
it says 666 is the mark of the beast, the number of the beast.
I think it spells it out. It's like 666. It's like a word.
It's weird. I wonder why that is.
It goes in there, and there's all these books that try to decode it. Alistair Crowley tried to decode it.
As to why it's 666?
Yeah. You can't trust the book. You can't trust the book. You cannot trust a book on earth 2,000 years later. Right? There's been people like the North Korea guy. Is that North Korea or South Korea? The crazy guy.
North.
That guy, right? There's been people like that who have won for a while on earth. If that guy wins anything, he'll change everything. Isn't that crazy? And we're talking thousands of years of history, from like Rome to Greece to Persia. And then you and I are supposed to be so fucking smart to sit there and believe this shit. Fuck you. I don't even want to know this shit anymore. Okay? It just sounds like we're living in a virtual reality bullshit in these words. Okay? Like how people could get away with the idea that people could or could not have rights in a country blows my mind. Right? Like the fact that in a free country, wherever that is, you have to vote for your rights? What the fuck is free about that? Right? I appreciate the United States Constitution because that's what created this land, right? That they're trying to destroy. But I want to take you one step further back. Who the fuck are you to tell me my Constitution is? Huh? Benjamin Franklin, George Washington, whoever the fuck you are. Go ahead and write it for some other motherfucker. I'm Arash motherfucking Dibazar. And I don't need to be told what my rights are today. Right? You have a right to your own property. Oh, thank you. No shit. You have a right to worship whatever the fuck you want. Oh, thank God, I thought you were going to take that away. Can I have number 3 in there too? Huh? Can I also have a right to like fucking what else? What is another fucking bear arms? Can I defend myself? Against who? Defend myself. I don't know. Fill in the fucking blank. Right? Is there someone I shouldn't defend myself against? Right? Well, what if you break the law and the authority? Whoa. You're so far ahead of where I'm at. I'm asking you what makes you think I should vote for my rights. What makes you think you can take it away? This is not something you ever gave me. Now, ready? But they can. So that tells you it's not what it looks like. The words are one thing, the experience is something else. And that's exactly why your relationships are weak, right? The words are one thing, the relationship is something else. And now I'm building the essence, and when you build the essence, you realize, oh, I see. You see the words you used to build it? That's why. Just like that other fake shit, right? If you lived in the Middle East, right, during the 1990s, like early 1990s, 86, for sure, because I moved here in 87, right? For sure, in the 80s, if you lived in the Middle East somewhere and you went to school, in the school, they told you that the West, these people here now, where I'm at, that's me now, right? They would say to the children that the people in the West are evil devils. Devil. You know what that devil used to look like when they used to show us? The red pitchfork guy. Didn't fucking look like Lucifer, the angel of God. Right? From the Bible, if we're going to use it, Lucifer is the, cast down, and this is his domain and all that, right? Also, some people know, some people don't. According to God, the Creator, he was the most beautiful and intelligent angel that he ever created. That's a lot if God's saying that, right? Now that would be enticing if Lucifer gave some fucking deals when he came down here. Imagine the most beautiful angel God ever made comes to you in his most angelic power, which is so high that the Lord of Lords considers him above all other angels. How would he approach you? Would he be like this? Hey, sign a deal. Where the fuck did you get that from? Right? Well, that's how demons are. Yeah, but not the one in charge. Right? And then, even what I'm saying right now is a story. I'm waiting for the guy behind the camera. Yeah, I'm looking. I'm talking about audience, that's what. So, even that's a story, right? Some people go, oh, the Bible's bullshit. Somebody says, I don't give a fuck anymore. Okay, let me ask you this question. Is your story true? Is your childhood story till now true? You say, yeah, because I experienced it. Yeah, you have a real hard time proving that like anywhere else. The moment you start, it's just like, you know it's impossible. But why is it impossible to prove something that's real? These are like the questions, just like, brain surgery me every day. Well, every day, but this is where I'm at right now. I'm in a special camp myself. I'm also a student, always. So, you gotta question everything. And then when you question everything, then you get to the point you realize, if I don't know anything, why am I policing myself so hard? As if I know something. You act like you know what's right when you go and feel tonight. I don't know what's right when I go out. I know what's right for me in that moment. That's all. That's available to you and me right now. Right now. I know it's wrong to do many things in this moment right now. And if I said to you, right now it's wrong to stand up and suddenly take a shit on the floor, everybody would agree. Okay? Is it always wrong to do that? Most likely. But don't limit me with that. The universe is forever. I don't need to think about that. I don't need to have a forever rule when I don't even know what the fuck that is. Ask me in the moment what the fuck is going on. Now, of course, it's exciting when you talk to a person like this because they're going to be there, they're going to listen to you, they're organic. All right, I got to end soon, all right? I'm going to play the song before we end. Just want to listen to some music. All right, anybody else got anything to say up there?
This guy says the heart is the ears together because of listening with attention to someone is a demonstration of love.
And how do you know that?
I don't know. How do you know that, brother?
Because that's I can follow the logic, but not really. Because there will be questions asked before then. But it'll be answered when he says how he knows it, because he doesn't. He doesn't know that. It made sense to me, but how I think I could say something else will make more sense than him, and I could make it right now. I could probably do that for several times. It's like that in a way that would make total sense to you, better than him. He doesn't know that. He doesn't know that. I don't know that. No one knows that. Why is it shaped like a heart? And if they did, they would tell us. We would know they know it. It wouldn't sound like that. Information is not truth. It came to me today. I've talked about this a few times. Tony Robbins, one of the guys that I first studied, the first guy I studied. What is this? I realized, hold on. There you go. Proof. Proof that I'm not delusional. Proof that I deserve to be here to tell every single one of you, hurry the fuck up and learn what I'm doing. You can't. There's no words to describe to you if you don't know me. Okay? But that text is 100% proof that I can sit here right now and say what I'm going to say, so confident. Okay? You're lost, bro. Okay? You're lost and you're not going to be found. You're lucky to hear my broadcast, whatever that means to you. Even if you're sitting right next to me, you're lucky to hear my broadcast. Okay? It looks like we're sitting next to each other, we're light years away. Right? We're light years away. You realize that when you really love someone. Okay? People who have children, who really love their children, go and hug them. Kiss them and realize how far they are. Right? Then squeeze them and see how far they are. Right? Then think about spending your whole life with them, every minute, and realize how short that time is. Measurements change. So why is it that they're making you and I measure life as if there's one way to measure it? Motherfucker, I'll measure it according to my own orientation point. So I must know where I'm at. We're learning to measure life based on one average point of view. Or a Hollywood story. It's all a Hollywood story. They keep telling you, man.
Is your story your orientation point?
My story...
Or what is your orientation point is my question.
Yeah, it starts with I exist and here I am.
Sure.
I think you guys missed that. Then, I mean, I haven't worked it out, but it's my beingness. So it would be, here I am, and I'm good. My second orientation point. I'm good per the definition of what God would be good. Right? To me, that means I'm righteous, I'm kind, I'm here to help. I'm not here to make enemies. Like everything that you would value in good, I know that about me. But I know it. I know it. Like I don't question it. I don't try to be good. No, I am purely good. I exist and I am good. Then if I look at it, I'm intelligent. How I know this is because of that thing called intelligence. And so this goes right after I exist, right after I'm good, then the next measurement is intelligence. Then I know from there, I'm moving into another. After that, after I say that, everything else I say is going to be in relation to that intelligence. So now I can't know anymore. Up until intelligence, right? I know I exist, here I am. I know I'm good, how do you know? I just know. And I know I'm intelligent, obviously. Ready? What do you say next? What's your orientation point? Here we go. I'm a warrior, I'm a... Because I'm going to have to use that intelligence to its maximum capability to say the next statement. Knowing that that intelligence is infinite up and down. So now, I'm now going to tell you, this is my reality I live in. Wherever I'm intelligent from, that's where I'm from. And so what happens when we get stupid? We make mistakes. Okay? All right, so I have to get going. That was really good. Tomorrow night at 5, we have a special event. If you're brand new to this, okay, I'm going to say it in another world. If I was lecturing in another world and there was a possibility of this, you would be like this. Tomorrow night at 5 p.m., find out how to crash into a celebrity, A-list celebrities party. Get on the list, don't crash it. Show up to their house. Make friends with them. Be their best friend. Then, ready? Have that most famous celebrity sign off all their belongings to you in just one night. Right? I walk in, I meet Conor McGregor, we hang out. Tomorrow morning, you're like, oh, you not in the gateway, but you stayed at Conor's party. Yeah, we stayed. And I walk out, and I get in his car, and I drive off. You go, what the fuck? I said, I own everything now. You say, that's impossible. You got that? Now, here's what we're doing tomorrow night, okay? how to meet that perfect 10 girl, the girl that every guy wants. Ready? In Las Vegas. Ready? In a strip club. How to meet her. Meet her. Then get her to a point where she's madly in love with you and wants to be yours. Okay? So there's witnesses of that saw this happen. And last night was everything with it. Yogi Chris was there. I was there. And so he's going to first speak about it because we want a double date, right? He was out with a beautiful stripper from Vegas. I was out with a beautiful stripper from Vegas. And he's going to talk about it, then I'm going to come talk about it, okay? How to do that, right? So she went from being a stripper at a strip club to my girlfriend in one night. In a better relationship than you and your parents, whoever's listening. And you and your girlfriend, whoever's listening. And you and your wife, whoever's listening. Isn't that crazy? You don't have to believe it, but it's true. So tomorrow night, I do that, he does that. It's going to be about maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours. If you want tickets, talk to him. How much is it?
I said I did 3 different prices. So guys that are on weekly dues, it's $77.
Mm-hmm.
For guys that did the last event, I'm blanking on what it was called. What was the very last one? Because we've done a bunch of these.
Seduction with Spellbinders.
Oh, so, yeah, Seductive Spellbinders. It's $97 if you did that one. Everybody else, if you haven't done these events, you didn't do the last one, you're not on weekly dues, it's $137. And that's what it is right now. The price will go up after the event is done. And it'll be well worth it if you intend in the next month, half a year, 2 years, 10 years, spending more than $137 on dating women, then this $137 will get you much further than all of that. I think that's a worthwhile investment. And then for everybody, I mean, on weekly dues and everything, I want to just, I wish I could just give it, but.
One day.
Yeah.
One day I think we can. One day this will hit the right thing. All right, so that's it. So now we're going out. It's going to be so much fun. I can't wait. I can't wait to tap in. I've been itching for this tap in tonight. I cannot wait to fucking tap in. All right, so we're going to log off this and then I'm going to go over there with the advanced guys here. Somebody real fast, show you somebody on the text. Okay? All right, see you guys. Oh. You guys something real fast.